Okay, one last video before I go to take the test again. So, working with firewalls, working with system logs. That's what we're going to do today, firewalls and system logs. So, let's first start with system logs. Okay, if you've worked with Linux before, you're probably familiar with var log messages, dmesg. So, dmesg still works. Okay, but if you look at var log messages, so let's see, cat, it actually might be on this system. So it's there. I'm actually surprised because there was the journal control. So I'm going to show you journal control anyway so that you're familiar, and I don't know which one's on the test now, which one you'd have to know, but in the past I've almost always done a tel-f var log messages, and then I could see the errors of whatever I was trying to start. This really helped troubleshoot things because I can see the log lines of what's going on. You have to be able to read this, and it takes a while to get familiar with it. So, but it is helpful, and it's usually just one or two lines that stick out and that you realize, oh, that was it. Sometimes I come in here as I'm following it, I hit some enters, I then run the thing that's having a problem to see just the logs for it. And there's other log files too, but var log messages is the main system log. So for a system that doesn't have var log message, the new thing is journal control. So JRNL CTL, I think it's -F to follow. So this should give you the same. I'm wondering if they, if there's some backwards compatible stuff built in, which wouldn't make sense, but okay. So it might be that they're logging to both. If you don't see var log messages there, it's probably because journal control is being used and it's not writing to var log messages. So that's number one. And of course, dmesg, like I was mentioning, it just spits out all sorts of stuff. What I often do with these, if I don't know what I'm looking at and I just want to see the errors, I might actually come in here and just grep-i error, see what's there, or fail, whatever I'm seeing, whatever I'm trying to understand. So ideally, in the real world, you would have something that watched these logs, and if something showed up that it hadn't seen before, it would alert you, and you could come in and you could say, oh, that's okay or that's not okay. But that's if you're at a big organization and we're just preparing for a test. So, but yeah, so being able to look at the logs so you can understand what's going on. Most logs for everything are in var. And for that matter, var log. So you can see we installed earlier HTTPD in a prior video, so there are some HTTPD logs there. So I could actually do see what's here, and I can see the access and the error log. So more var log messages. Oh, sorry, var log HTTPD error. There should be anything there because well, there's some stuff there. I wonder if the access log has anything since nothing's accessed it. So so there are some error things there that I could look at, but obviously this is just a play environment, so I don't really care. But I can actually see here that it doesn't know its domain name, and that's because this is a server I just started up, so I haven't given it the proper domain name or anything like that. So there's some things that HTTP is complaining about, which is, it's good. I can see it here. So let's go on to a firewall. Okay. So firewalls are, let's just get to the really easy. The main thing that you're going to need to do is probably open a port. So let's just work on that really quick. And we should remember that we shouldn't have access to the internet during the test. So let's just say that you're having a little bit of a brain cramp and you don't know what to do. So at least you know hopefully you remember the commands firewall cmd. So man firewall -cmd. And once again, I mentioned to you, I usually go right to the end. So I just put my finger on that space bar and I go all the way to the end. And I watch it as it's going through. It doesn't really help. And I usually, I'm too far down. So I'm going to just hit the K, which takes me up, and scroll up a little bit because I want to get to the examples section. And there, bingo, I have the example. So enable HTTP service in the default zone or open ports. Right there's the commands that I need to open a port or add a service. So there's some other things that you need to worry about. So the default zone, what zone are you in? Is it enabled? Those are all things that you can solve if you know how to read a man page. Okay, so firewall command, you can see the examples. The main one it gives is giving a service and adding ports. So I hope that this has been helpful, and good luck for those friends of mine that are taking a test. So we'll talk to you later. I will be making other videos, probably no other videos in this specific playlist, but I will be making Linux videos starting in the next 2 weeks regularly that I'll be adding to this that I will be using in my course content. So I hope you enjoy. It's not that great, but hope it's good enough for hopefully my classes. So talk to you later.